Welcome to another video with Victoria Cars. Today we got this 2013 Hyundai i30 available in our stock, ready for sale. This video we're going to go through all of the scratches and marks that we can see around the car and any sort of issues that we might be able to see for you guys, kind of like a visual inspection. So on this side, if you want to be super detailed, there's kind of like a small dent in this area. Just trying to for the camera to focus. The back, everything looks intact, not even one scratch. The left hand side, couple of marks around here. Really, these are all dead, but kind of like a stone chip around here. You have scratch on this door handle. It's a nice looking car. For the age and the kilometers, obviously, this amount of wear and tear is completely normal for a car. Wheels and tires, got good tread. Good tire in the back. This side. Also on this side. There you go. So all using the same brand tire, Kumho, which is kind of like a normal tire, not the best one, not the worst one that you can find out there. So this i30 that we have today is called an Active. That's the badge of the car. So nothing fancy about it, kind of like a basic entry level i30 that you can find. Still have the safety features such as ESP. I have done 168,000 kilometers. You got a normal Bluetooth head unit in there. Nothing fancy about it. No cameras, no Apple CarPlay, just a normal Bluetooth. AC panel is completely normal. A normal automatic transmission. Got like an extra space over there. You can see the condition of the seats and the interior. Everything represents well. Let's go to the back seat for you guys as well. Here the boot. Boot is clean. Spare tire. Tools and everything. Spare tires uncooked. Got a good tread of tires now. Not brand new, been used before. Not the worst tire that you can find. Still good for the spare. So the roof represents well. No hail, no scratches. Everything is all right. And let's go for a quick test drive. Righty, I've got to take my AirPods out for the test drive. So kind of like trying to make it feel for you guys that you're sitting in a car, coming in a test drive with me, and get an idea how much noisy this car is and what are the sounds, like the extra sounds that you can hear with this car. So I'll take my air, and that should give you not a good voice from me, but a good voice from the environment in the car. All right, so let's go for a quick drive. So we've got a couple of speed bumps here. Make sure to hear the suspension. I can't hear any extra noises. So I can't hear any sort of extra noises from the engine. Everything works fine. We got the heater running. Heater is working perfectly fine. The AC and everything is going to get checked as well. Obviously, you'll get it in working order. Now we're going to go all the way to 80, which is a little bit higher. So this was a 60 zone. Now we're going all the way to 80. So transmission works smoothly. With these i30s, you can choose the sensitivity on the steering wheel. So you got this button here. You click it. It's comfort, which is obviously the most comfortable one. Then you can change it to normal and sport, which obviously sport is good for a little bit higher speeds. If you're driving highways most of the time, it will give you more control on the car, as it makes the steering wheel harder to tap, so you will lose control on the more high speeds. We'll catch a quick UE and go to 100. There you go. That was a quick 100 on this car as well. Generally, they're nice cars if you're looking to buy your first car. A couple of common issues with this generation i30, obviously. It's going to be the head unit. So on this specific one, the head unit is in working order. We don't have any sort of problems with that. But from what I understand, and I'm speaking with the specialists, you can see it's some. So as you guys saw, I just lost the camera with it. So what I was saying is that a couple of common issues with these cars is one of them is the head unit. So the radio starts to fail. Depends on each car. So on this specific one that we have, it is in working order. We don't have any sort of problems with it. But that doesn't mean that's not going to break down on you. They got a common issue with the amplifier failing, and obviously if that happens, it's going to cost you around 300 Australian dollars to get it repaired and fix that amplifier. I'm not a specialist. I only know, I've done some research, so it's not 100% true what I'm saying, but it is something that is there, so you have to consider it. And some people do some alternatives. Instead of fixing this old unit, they put like an aftermarket head unit with Apple CarPlay and a reversing camera in there, which in i30 active we don't have the reversing camera, which will be an extra add-on, something a little bit more fun. The other common issues that this car have, they got a, what do they call, they got like a plastic rubber thing on the steering wheel. So when you're trying to rotate the steering wheel, you can hear like a knocking noise from the steering wheel when you're doing it like that. And it's kind of like a rubber piece all the way down on the steering column that needs to be replaced. It's not a super complicated job, but it's not a DIY, so don't try to do it as it's your steering wheel. It's something that you don't want to mess it up. And with the engine on these cars, so this car specifically is using a 1.8 liter engine petrol. The engine code is called G4NB, and we as a trade in Victoria, Australia, it's going to cost us around $4,000 to get these engines repaired if anything goes wrong with them. And basically a couple of things starts to go wrong with these cars. I'm not a mechanic. From what I've heard from the research that I've done, so the oil pump starts to fail if you guys use a different grade of oil every single service. So from what I know, from the day one that these cars came out, needed to be serviced with a special grade of oil. Just an example, like 5W30. And if you change that oil to 10W40, that means like obviously
might cause problems, it might not. Okay, so car to car is different. And in some other cars we had seen that like rings and pistons had been faulty, had been damaged. So make sure to check the cars thoroughly. In Victoria cars we do these checks, and obviously if the checks go good and we don't see any problems with the cars, that's when we put them up for advertising. But for you guys that you're out there and doing the car hunting yourself, make sure to check the cars with the mechanic, so you don't have a surprising $4,000 minimum bill on your desk by the end of the day after purchasing the car. Alrighty, perfect. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and see you on the next one.